Title: The Shadows in the Walls. Jake had always dreamed of a fresh start for him and his daughter, Lily. After a tough divorce, he found a quaint, affordable house on the outskirts of town. It was perfect, a spacious yard for Lily to play in and enough rooms to make it their own. The real estate agent had assured him that the house had character, but Jake was too busy imagining a bright future to notice the uneasy way she had smiled. As they moved in, Lily was full of excitement. She darted from room to room, her laughter echoing off the walls. Jake unpacked boxes, but as dusk settled, he felt an unsettling chill creep into the air. He brushed it off, attributing it to the house settling or the weight of his worries. That night, while tucking Lily into bed, she pointed to a shadow lurking in the corner. "Daddy, what's that?" Jake turned, but the corner was empty. He smiled, reassuring her. "Just a trick of the light, sweetheart. Go to sleep." But sleep eluded him. In the silence, he heard soft whispers. He dismissed it as the wind until the whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices murmuring indistinctly. He shook his head, trying to focus on Lily's rhythmic breathing. But the sounds were insistent, clawing at the edges of his sanity. The following days brought an unsettling string of incidents. Lily started talking about her new friend, a little girl named Mia, who played in the garden. Jake laughed it off, thinking it was just her imagination. But Lily would often come inside with dirt-streaked cheeks, saying Mia had shown her where to find hidden treasures in the yard. Each time she mentioned Mia, Jake felt a tightening in his chest. One afternoon, while Lily played outside, Jake noticed a shadow flickering in the window. He froze, feeling a pull to investigate. As he stepped into the room, he saw an old photograph hanging on the wall, obscured by dust. It depicted a family, a mother, a father, and two children. The eyes of the little girl in the picture were eerily similar to Lily's. That night, he confronted Lily. "Honey, where did you meet Mia?" Lily's eyes widened. "She's always been here, Daddy. She lives in the walls." The next day, Jake found himself digging in the yard, compelled by a nagging instinct. What he unearthed sent chills down his spine. A small, rusted locket containing a photograph of the same girl from the picture, her eyes dark and hollow. Panic clawed at him. He needed to protect Lily. As the days passed, the whispers grew louder, and shadows danced in the corners of every room. Jake decided to do some research. The house's history was marred by tragedy. A family had vanished without a trace years ago. The only clue left behind was a little girl's laughter that haunted the neighbors. That night, unable to shake the feeling of being watched, Jake set up a camera in Lily's room, hoping to catch a glimpse of whatever was haunting them. As he reviewed the footage the next morning, his heart sank. There, in the dim light, he saw Lily playing with Mia, her laughter mixing with the ghostly echo of another child's giggle. But Mia's face was twisted, her smile too wide, her eyes empty voids. Frantic, Jake pulled Lily close. "You can't play with Mia anymore. We need to leave this house." But Lily looked up at him, her expression shifting. "Daddy, Mia doesn't want us to go. She said she'll always be with us." That night, Jake barricaded the doors, the whispers escalating into a wailing chorus. Shadows crawled along the walls, reaching out with icy fingers. Just when he thought he had a handle on the situation, the lights flickered and went out. In the dark, he felt a presence, cold and oppressive. "Leave her alone," he screamed, desperate to protect his daughter. But the whispers turned to laughter, the walls pulsating with energy. With a burst of adrenaline, Jake scooped Lily into his arms and bolted for the front door. As he flung it open, the shadows coalesced into a figure. Mia, her smile now a sinister grin, blocking their escape. "You can't take her away," she hissed. In that moment, Jake realized the truth. Mia was not just a figment of Lily's imagination. She was a malevolent spirit, claiming the living for her own twisted family. Summoning every ounce of courage, he shouted, "Lily, come with me." He pushed past the figure, dragging Lily into the night. The laughter followed them, echoing in the darkness. They ran until they reached the car, hearts racing. As Jake drove away, he glanced back, catching a glimpse of the house, windows dark, shadows shifting, the laughter fading into the night. As they settled into a new apartment weeks later, Lily's laughter was finally normal again. But sometimes, late at night, Jake could still hear whispers in the walls, a chilling reminder that some doors should never be opened.